The data toolbox can be used to create test results visuals for map tests as well as state assessments such as the PARCC or the Ohio computer-based assessments. Once you start the visual, you'll notice that the overall user interface has changed slightly. However, all the same content still exists. Under class, if you go down to the view data section and over to test results or testing results, you click that, up will come a window where you can select specifically which assessment you wanted to see. In this class of students, let's look at their 8th grade science assessments. They'll quickly calculate and then show you those results. Again, it'll show you the test's name and then the grade level. And then it shows us a breakdown of advanced, accelerated, proficient, basic, and limited, and then the total for all your students, the IEP students, limited English proficiency, economically disadvantaged, anyone that has any type of gifted identification, and then the specific gifted superior cognitive ability, math, reading, science, social studies, creativity, and art, and then by ethnic groups, white, African American, Hispanic, multiracial, Asian, Pacific Islander, and Native American. This first chart shows you the number of students that fall into each of those categories. For example, the number of students that are advanced of the entire class is 4. The second chart will show you the percentage of the class that is in that area. And then the third chart tells us the percentage of students that are proficient and above or college and career readiness and above. That college and career readiness and above would be scoring an accelerated or an advanced. If you mouse over any one of the blue highlighted numbers, you'll see the names of the students along with their ID numbers. If you click on this, it will take you to a new visual, which will be a heat map of all the students' past test scores. And it'll show you the same color coding, advanced to limited, and then it would filter down to just the students that earned that section. Again, that would be for advanced students in this grouping and how they did in all their previous state science assessments. Further down on the testing results page, you can see how the students scored in the individual sections or the sub-scores of the test. Since this is a science test, they had the sections Earth, Life, and Physical, and you can see how the distribution happened for all of those. You can also use this same visual to go back and look at some very specific testing. For example, you can look at map testing. It'll calculate that out and give you a very similar display, which will tell you the term, the test name, again, the same demographic groups, but this time it's students that were college career readiness, and that's for 5th grade, fall, spring, and above. And then tier 1, 2, and 3, and then their totals. Again, the percentages and the number of students that were tier 1 or above. In the map test, it breaks it down by the goals of each map test. Since this was a reading test, Lexile scores will be on there. There's literature, informational text, vocabulary acquisition, and usage. This visual is also able to do the PARCC or for ELA and or math. Here is an example of this class's 8th grade ELA PARCC assessment results. The number of students, again, in advanced to limited, and then by sub-scores, literature, information, vocabulary. One quick word of warning, when you go and look at the PARCC test for math, the subsections are labeled by what they call subclaim A, which was major content, subclaim C, which is mathematical reasoning, subclaim D, which is modeling practices, and subclaim B, which is supporting content. You'll have to consult the Common Core standards to get a better understanding of exactly what that means in terms of that subsection. But that is one way to look at the entire class's results in using the data toolbox.